why do you think your brand popped off? I guess
Because it's sick.
You.
Alright, Chris, what are you guys gonna do today?
Hey, this is your vlog.
Yeah.
This is your vlog. I'm not earning the money today. Get it on him.
Lie to them.
George
4-hour trail run with a rock.
with a rock, and then bow hunting. He's making me run. He's making me run because he's mean. But the weather's beautiful, and I've spent the last 5 days inside of a studio, so I feel like I need this.
Yeah, getting some sun, hitting some miles. Then we're gonna go and do
Getting some mile.
Getting some mile.
Getting some mile.
Mike's even come. Wait, last time Mike was in the vlog, he ran the 5K 247 run in LA, and he was like, "Oh, next run I want to do is 10K." So
I feel like I'm gonna do a 10K next.
well, I'll just do a mile also.
Allow me to disappoint you in how not easy a mile can feel today. I've lost a lot of my fitness, so that kind of evens out across the CrossFit Games of today, the Represent Games, evens out about right. All right. What's the marathon?
26 miles.
No, what?
Berlin.
Okay, that's a fast one, right?
Yeah. That's why I want to go. I want to go sub-3 there, really. Or around that 3 hour mark. And then I'm done running. Back to bodybuilding.
Finally, we get him back.
Yeah. I've lost my legs in this pursuit.
Well, you've gained speed and probably a good bit of life.
Yeah. In a few years. All right, let's go get an hour one. Get some nice food. Yeah.
Oh, you were saying a dream would be to begin to spend a little bit more time over here, or that would be like an optimal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I do like the variety and coming back and experiencing just a slower pace at home with family and stuff for a little while.
But the problem is once you step away from that, it's hard to get back in it, even for more than like 2 days.
Correct.
I come home and I'm done after 2 days. Yeah.
You find yourself getting a bit sort of cabin fevery.
Yeah. I get back and I'm like, I've done everything in a day. Seen the family, been to work, seen everyone in the office. Nothing changes, and then I go to bed that night and I'm like, I might as well leave.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yep. It's a challenge that not many people are talking about. The opportunity for young people to move away from home to go and work, to do their own thing, to work for somebody else, a company that they care about. Maybe it's in the same country but far away. Maybe it's in a different country. And this weird guilt you have about, well, I'm supposed to be a good son. I'm supposed to be a good friend to the people that I know from back home. But then the only reason that your parents raised you was so that you could go and live your dreams out. That their dream is for you to live your dream. Yeah. And then there's this odd sense of guilt about the fact that you're not at home. But then if you told your parents the reason that you were going home is because you felt guilty, they'd say, what the hell are you doing? Leave me alone. Like I prepared you as a child in order to be able to live this sort of a life. Yeah. And it's it's very complex.
Are you experiencing any of that guilt?
A lot. Yeah, I'm an only child, so my mum and dad just have me. Yeah. There's them and me, and that's it. And I haven't been back this year. So since January.
Not been back once.
I was back a lot first year and second year I was in America, but this year's just been a bit different. I'll catch you before you go. Big love, man.
That is my chest.
I just wanted to touch you. That's what it's an excuse to touch you.
Hey. You want to tell me what's going on? Yes, I'll tell you. Chris is programming the most, what should we call it? Type of bodybuilding.
Bro day.
Pro day of bodybuilding ever. I'm on marathon prep. Mike's been doing some CrossFit back at home. We don't know what to expect, but we're hoping to get a good pump.
This is a performance enhancer. It's very important for your marathon prep. If you get sub 3 hours in Berlin, it's exclusively because of what we do today. And if you don't injure yourself again, it's exclusively because of what we did today.
I'm excited.
All right.
Upper body?
Upper body. There's no way I'm going to do my legs after you just made me run 3 miles. 3 miles? 3 miles? He says that, he's like, oh, 3 miles.
When was the last time you did a workout like this?
Oh, 5 times a week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you do 5x5s, don't you? Heavier?
Yeah, I do a lot of heavy strength just to try and keep my strength there. I do like bodybuilding workouts probably 4 times a week. Just because I like to retain my muscle and pump. I like feeling pumped. I like looking good, bro. Looking good, feeling good, you know?
Can you tell me the story about how you changed your haircut because all lads in the UK were getting your old haircut?
You know, if you noticed, all the lads in the UK have this haircut.
You're kidding. What was the old one called? The boost fade?
No, this is the burst fade.
Burst fade?
Yeah.
What was it before? Did you not have something else?
Like a taper fade, like a low taper. That's what I'd always get. But it just became a.
How does it feel to be able to command a bunch of guys to get a haircut? Because you had it?
Well, it's a style thing, isn't it? And if your style is trending, then it's a good thing.
Does that not mean that you're doomed to forever have guys just with your haircut though?
Yeah,
So this is a price that you're prepared to accept?
100%.
Right. So I'll let you have my haircut if you buy my clothes.
Exactly.
Good trade. Good deal.
Come to the run clubs, buy the clothes, do the training programs,
Get my haircut.
get the haircuts. It's a good intersection between a normal fade and a mullet. If you don't want to look too mullet. Michael, I'll have one next week, won't you? Essentially. So, how many reps is that?
12.
12 reps, 4 seconds down, hold.
Just whatever feels good. So I'm trying to, Mike's cue is control the weight the whole way down and what he calls a soft pause. So as opposed to going like that, it's down to control and then that. So he thinks about a train taking off, one of those maglev trains. It doesn't go, it goes,
Right.
so he thinks about that. Or, a little slower down. Dig in. Come on. Good.
Yeah, feels good.
The first big fan of the podcast.
12?
Not yet. Managed to get it out already.
Yeah, that's perfect. Tiny bit more range at the bottom if we can. I mean, this is me doing a workout to just kind of give us a little something. But typical session would be 4 sets, 12 reps. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull.
4 sets, 12 reps.
Yeah, on each. So you end up with a good bit of volume throughout it. But it's the time and attention, man. Like, 28 kilos has never felt so fucking heavy. Sweating on the floor and the high fives and all the rest of the stuff.
That's what I miss.
The atmosphere is cool.
The competing and like just going after it.
What was High Rocks like? Didn't you do that? You did that with that guy, right?
Did it a few times. The last one I did was with Hunter. Yeah.
He's got the world.
Yeah, he did. He's not anymore. I think he'll get back to it as well. He'll still get back on that. Yeah. Have you ever done high rocks?
I mean, professional burpee broad jumps. Professional burpee broad jumps, High Rocks. I look, it's fun. It seems fun. Everyone that does it has fun.
Yeah.
I do feel like CrossFit just largely dropped the ball. It was there. They opened up the space and then made CrossFit kind of super uncool and unpopular and expensive and far away and inaccessible. And then the guys from High Rocks just came in and made one that gives you longevity until you're like 50 in shape.
Yeah.
Less complex,
Well,
easier
yeah.
to pick up, more accessible.
Lower barrier to entry. feels like
more
everyone,
burpee broad jumps.
yeah, feels like everyone gets that little bit of fame because they've passed the finish line.
Yep.
They get to see pictures of themselves. So like,
All right, moving on. Would you rather do another push, or would you rather give chest a rest and do a pull and then go like push pull? Yep.
are you holding underhand?
Wherever feels good. So I was on here. So a lot of people do a pause here.
Yeah.
But that's like isometric contraction based on this research that Jeff and Mike and a bunch of other guys are looking at. It seems that the lowering portion or the eccentric lengthening portion is more hypertrophic, and this like real end range is what matters. So Nippard, it's like evidence-based, science-based lifting. All right, so first working set, whatever you want.
Let's try that 62 approach.
Yeah, so it's just a PT. 3 times a week they're going to sessions with them. I want to ask this, so obviously the shape that you guys have to the t-shirts, is that something that you guys have to spend a ton of time, like presumably you get close to it and then you get a sample and then you go, okay, well we'll release that 10 years ago, and then we're like, oh well actually I want the arm to just sit a tiny little bit different on the shoulder, the XL, when we make it just bigger on the XL, the actual XL proportion, so you just have this like fingerprint, this sort of unique fingerprint, which is the size and the shape of the t-shirts.
Yes, but we spent probably 6 years building that to get that DNA to a point where every single size is the right size you want it to be, whether it's extra small or extra small. All looks the same.
The right proportions as well. Because it's not just a case of going 10% bigger, 10%
Yeah,
bigger,
no.
10%.
Like the yeah, especially like the neck hole and the width, the depth on the neck compared from an XS to an XL can't be the same width because it will look obnoxiously too big if it's on an extra small. So there's all them little adjustments, but we got to a point in like 2021 where like them fits just really stuck, and then people would just buy them.
You're locked in.
Yeah, right. And you'd see the return customer come, and then like
As a silhouette, wasn't it?
yes,
As the silhouette.
It's cool to call that the DNA. I like that as a term.
DNA, yeah, because it is essentially you built the DNA. People then know when they're coming back to you that things aren't changing. But then, like we spoke about earlier, you have got to disrupt it sometimes and change it all.
Come on now.
My forearms.
Yeah, it's really grippy. Really grippy. Come on. Dig in. Let's see.
We're only 2 exercises then.
We can just, I mean, honestly, 2 and 2 today, and then see how we feel. We'll be like 8 really aggressive working sets on each muscle. Maybe we push a bit more, we'll see. We did just run 4 miles.
It's going up a mile every time.
It's not. I'm not fucking, that's not.
Do you run much?
I perhaps unsurprisingly, I'm not built for distance.
No, you've not built yourself for distance. Not that you're not built for it. You've built
I
yourself
prefer
for the
my
way.
approach, not built for distance.
Okay.
No, yeah, look, I don't get to run much. My calves hurt, my quads hurt, my soul hurts. Fucking forearms, my god.
How does this compare to your style of training when it comes to weightlifting, bodybuilding? Is it similar? Is it different?
Yeah, when I'm doing bodybuilding splits, very similar. I just don't hold as much tension on the way that back down. I'll do more reps and just bang it out quicker. But I like to, even when I'm doing bodybuilding stuff, I still like to like sweat. So I'm more like, not much rest, 30-second rest, maybe a minute rest max. And just keep moving through different exercises. I'll get through like 12 different exercises sometimes in a session when I'm doing push and pull, and get some arms and abs in at the end, whereas this is just like very focused, a few, maybe 2-3 exercises per muscle group.
Yeah.
But I'll see how I feel when we wake up tomorrow, because it'll definitely hit me different, which I'm excited to see what it's like.
I think I was saying, I think that fucking sun lotion that we put on earlier on is like sweating down my arms and making my hands.
It's one excuse.
Yeah, whatever. That's it. I mean, after doing 5 miles this morning.
And you just on the video just start ticking it up. Ding.
This will be a marathon pretty soon.
We have no record that it was ever anything other than 5 miles.
How you feel, Mike?
Good. We just put a little bit of the old liquid chalk on there. Helped massively.
Is he rowing the whole stack?
Not quite. Getting about 8 to 10 reps in at this weight. It's feeling pretty good, but we're only 2 exercises in, so we'll see how it goes.
Chalked up, I want to see at least 12. You chalked up as well?
Good. So that was what happened in terms of your guys' timidity.
Yeah, we were stuck.
But then you changed, but you also made changes, you said, in terms of brand, in terms of the way, the shape, in terms of the models, like
Everything, the way we looked.
what did that?
I think that helped, that caused it really, because it was like, okay, now we can really express who we are, what we're doing, where we're trying to go. Start talking about the brand more, putting it into like more press articles, doing shows, like putting it in stores, like going global with it. Because if we didn't do that, we would still be pottering along doing the same shit, I think.
So what? I see at least what you show of your work cadence, and we talk a good bit. What keeps driving you? Because you have a work rate which is non-typical, I think. You train close to as hard as a sort of part-time athlete, whilst also running a full-time business, which is probably a double full-time business. Whilst also trying to have a life and live in two countries. Where's that come from? Like, why do you work so hard?
I think there's a few reasons. I think number one, it's all I know. I don't want to go into any other business. I don't want this to fail, so I've got to do what I've got to do. And I feel like the pressure it's like a privilege, right? You get to do it. Every morning I wake up, I think, oh fuck, I get to do that. I get to be an athlete as well as I get to run a business and I get to sell these clothes. I've also got Mike. We've also got 100 people that work for us. 110, maybe 120 this month. We've got to provide for them people as well, right? This is not just a fucking vanity project for me to sell clothes or to me to go and run some miles and post on Instagram and it look good. And you get the reaction of likes and followers. We've built an empire now that will hopefully become a legacy brand. And like maybe that's what gets passed down to our children or people who come up through the brand and they get a piece of the brand or whatever that may be. You just feel like you've got a duty there. You've got all these people around you that like giving their fucking life to it. Like I've got John sat over there, like he gives his life to my brand. So that there is like, I've got to fucking give him everything I've got. If he's giving me everything I've got, two-way street, right? You've got to be 50-50, both parties have got to be happy. And as well, I actually love it. I love doing it. I now speak to a lot of business guys out here and like, oh, they want a 3-year exit, they want to do this in 5 years, or they're building this to sell, and it's like, actually no, why, like, it's a fucking passion.
But is that the case with Cadence as well? Like, that seems like the sort of business that you would build to sell.
It looks like it probably would be from the outside, but that's because started training, started 247, felt like there was something that was missing in terms of like hydration and like, why couldn't we be the first ready to drink can on the market? Which we were at the time, and like I love drinking a can of like Diet Pepsi after I've trained or ran, and I love putting electrolyte sachets in my drinks. I was like, let's make it a can. We did that with Ross, and I met Ross out here training, and he has the same passion for like RTD and all that kind of shit. And I was just like, well, let's just try it. It's a little side project. It takes nothing away from Represent, and doesn't require a lot of resource for me. And like we can all get involved with it and use that same shit and that umbrella of what Represent is and how it's managed to do it with 247. Now it can do it with Cadence. I don't know how many other brands would start under that umbrella, and again, we just build out these legacies that will last forever. I don't know if that all makes sense, so we're trying to do too much or we're not making sense, but
I think if you did any more, you would run the risk of spreading yourself too thin.
yeah.
You guys win in the weeds, as far as I can see, with design, with quality, with sort of focusing on the real minutiae. I think that's one of the reasons that I resonate with the stuff that you do, is the care and the attention. Yeah. MGK needing a t-shirt and it being hand distressed by you guys on your fucking kitchen table in LA. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
The same thing goes for when it comes to designing the set for an episode that I do. You know, each location I'll get to see beforehand. I'll get the short list. Every single title and thumbnail of every single 2,500 video list that's gone out on our channel, I've touched every single one of them in one form. So I think, but that's what taste is. We were talking about this before. You know, taste, the ability to distinguish good from not good it's not an algorithm, I don't think.
No, it's a hidden superpower, and not many people do that.
Also takes space, which is something I'm struggling with. Taste. I think so. I think you can. I think that taste is not something you definitely. Some people are very tasteful naturally. Like it seems to me like you have a very good sense of style. Just you tend to dress in a manner that seems to suit you and seems to be on trend, whatever that means. I do think it's the sort of thing that can be curated though, which presumably yours has got better over time, which shows that it isn't just inherent, but it's not just taught.
But it's something like you. If you go back to the first podcast you ever did, and look at the difference between what it is then and what it is now.
Yep.
This leads apart, right? Same with our style. If I scroll down my Instagram to my first post, I would cringe at it.
Well, it's kind of a little bit like lifting a weight. First time you go into the gym, an empty bar feels heavy, and then 10 years later, you go, well, yeah, I know, but my warm-up's now 220 or my warm-up's 300 or something. You go, oh my God, that's so heavy. Yeah, I get that, and it was, but all of the accumulation that you've had from there and the efficiency as well. You know, if I gave you just a blank t-shirt and said, hey man, imagine you're doing a 1,000 t-shirt drop and it's going to go out at some point during summer. All right, well, what have I learned about today? Oh, I learned this new story about Sisyphus, and there was this like cool guy that I saw with dreadlocks on the beach, and that's kind of Jamaican, and oh, why don't we do, and this thing just appears, but you didn't have that skill set originally. So it's this weird sort of confluence of opening inspiration up, that your skill set, like people can have the ideas, but they don't know what they're supposed to pull out of the different ideas. You know, I see 5 threads in a conversation, so I'm talking to someone, I'm like, okay, so there's maybe 5 different ways that I could take this next point that he's talking about. And then a 6th one comes in, and it like gets to this weird threshold. Interrupting a guest is usually a no-no for me, but there's like, I don't know, some weird pressure alarm system that goes off in my mind. And I'm like, I've got to say it. And it just, it's like, no, it's so interesting or important or well-timed that I have to, it's like this story that and obviously you can do that too much, but that's taste, right? That's
so
being able to distinguish what's going on. Just in a different. Can we go in and try some things?
We can go in.
Trying to dress me?
Yeah, let's go. Cool. Get this set done, let's leave.
Alright.
I'm sick of this fucking gym.
It's been 3 hours.
Yeah, bro, we've been in this gym for 6 hours and only done a 500 pound.
Yeah. Run today, what do you expect?
We did a 17-mile hike.
Were you on the bike?
That was a lift. What are we up to now? Where are we going?
We're gonna go to the Represent store, get Chris fitted out. Need some new clothes, man. Needs to look hot tonight. We're taking him out. Taking him to dinner.
I just want to pay for
Maybe get him some ladies.
country pipeline is strong, right? On Rangley and North Robertson.
What up? Yeah, man, good.
How you doing, my guy?
Chris,
Eddie.
how are you? They're making me work.
This guy ran 10 miles this morning.
10 miles, dude. Fucking serious shit. Favorite hoodie from you guys was the just the 247, the grey one.
Right, yeah.
So comfy. The shape of it's beautiful. It's like oversized on the arm, like on the forearm there. So it sort of gives this. I don't know. It's really lovely, and the shorter cuff. Yeah, it's very smart. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yes. What's going on with this? This one's raised. This one's flush.
Like these things.
Incredible. What part?
These guys I'll double lock.
Yeah, so this is one I meant.
Yeah.
That's my favorite color of this that you guys have done. The cotton on these is absolutely insane, George. Where'd you get this from? Like, what did you do to make it feel like
Portugal.
Okay.
And then this is an Italian mesh that we use on all the DNA stuff now. This stuff's like unbelievable.
So this is pure running. So this is the new, these tight pants with a sort of slightly looser vest is pretty much running style now, right?
Yeah. Let's see if it fits in. Yeah, let's see.
It's the store hat.
I'm like a big cotton short guy.
Yeah.
It's just super comfortable.
That one's dope.
Yeah.
They're all so sick.
Well,
And then a
whichever
classic
one,
on Goody. Thoroughbred.
Whichever one you like the most.
And it's a little bit hot for long sleeves, but this is our Metallica 40th anniversary tee.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
I wore these long sleeves even in the summer because the material's really lightweight.
Oh yeah, the long sleeve.
So even though it's a long sleeve, it's super comfortable.
No, we would get killed.
You're in Texas?
This is the same. This is much closer to that fade that was on the Wild Ride, isn't it?
Yeah, just weird sauces and stuff.
I'm going to be hearing about that.
What a time.
Yeah, I think I watched your vlog when you first started working with the coach. That was your first time with the running coach, eh?
First time.
So it's a little different.
Yeah, but it's good because it keeps me disciplined. Like I've got this app where everything's on there, and if I miss something, I'll feel like I'm letting him down, so I can't miss anything. Yeah, which is nice.
Which is beautiful, yeah.
Rather than just waking up and thinking, oh, what should I train today? Like I've got a solid routine with it.
Same as yesterday.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
I'm fucked, mate.
Chill.
Dad and lad.
It's very important. Yeah. His and hers.
Isn't it?
It's only taken an entire day, and finally got some effect.
Yeah, I love it.
What would happen if you took a super high dose of this stuff?
So I've had 5 in a day before, and I just struggle to sleep a little bit, which I think is just the caffeine. To be honest, I don't think it's anything else.
You just pee it out if you...
Could you get laser focused though if you took a super high dose?
Well, I get to 2.5, and then I just like try and sustain whatever the fuck that is if I'm really cranking it. So like with the HEATON episode, took one before, one as the episode began, and then like hold that. And it's like the fucking edges of your vision start to like, yeah.
Right, boys, we're gonna call it a day. Chris needs to run some more miles, so we're gonna have to shut the camera off because it's not looking too pretty. Peace.